Also, just to mention it in the chat, guys, there is a link for the YouTube channel as well that's been recently updated with playlists as well, just for ease of access. So everything is there, very accessible. And I also shared, just for people who aren't familiar with non-farm payrolls, there's a video that's up on the YouTube channel explaining the significance and what NFP is all about as well. So in regards to NFP, it's obviously in the US. So I'll do the US dollar index analysis now. So I'll just get the charts up thanks to Samtrade. And I do have Ethereum up, which is not talked about quite yet, but it is looking very interesting. Now, the US dollar, now Gim Hong did mention the COVID situation as well. So in the morning, the main routine, I like to just go through what's happened overnight and just to see, what is going on in regards to economic news as well and updates. And I did notice the COVID situation as well. So I've actually seen it's 161,000 COVID cases and 1,296 deaths as well in the US that has happened recently. So it's definitely, now the question is, has it been affecting things enough to affect NFP? And the situation is that it just creates uncertainty. So as traders, we're looking to play the probabilities. And the fact is that from that perspective, you've got to sort of weigh that all up and, you can have an aggressive thesis. And frankly, what we are seeing is that the US dollar is coming down to a support level. But the simple fact is that you'd really, if you are playing this level, you just really want to wait to see what comes about with tonight as well. It would be a little reckless just to hop in now. You want to see what it does. And obviously there's a lot of momentum we've discussed with, what could potentially push the US dollar higher. And, we've gone over in detail about the NFP, but, planning ahead is very critical. And when you start adding things up, it's very difficult to suggest that we'll see a huge beat on expectations. It was interesting, and I'll just quickly bring this up as well, just with the economic calendar, thanks to Forex Trading Asia. So something that I did find interesting was the initial jobless claims was, a little better than expected. But I mean, like we've mentioned before, this is a weekly figure, so it doesn't necessarily capture the significance. And the NFP that's out tonight, don't read too much into the initial jobless claims. So, and last night, what we did see was the US equity markets nudged a little bit higher again. So, people are very much risk on, which means that, the US dollar typically will be sold off. So as it approaches this level, and I'll just quickly go back to the chart here, it just offers some interesting opportunities. And from an index point of view, a trade today, frankly, I see it just hovering around here. And I've talked about this before, waiting on the daily candle to close. And then from that point of view, next week, it's a fresh week. We get a little bit more clarity. We've got a whole month now after the NFP to say, look, okay, it's not that great. Maybe things aren't, as good as expected in regards to the economy returning to normal in the US. So no direct trade idea right now on the index, but waiting on the daily candle to close and seeing what comes about for next week.